And a lot of times when it comes to relationships of some type, it takes personal responsibility on both sides. And if you can't get it on the other side, well, you know, then that's the problem. That's always the problem. If you don't have communications, you're never going to you're always going to have problems. So trying to get people to take personal responsibility is a hard thing. And but the commitment thing is really a tough one. It really is. Not a tough one to me. Like I say, I'm older, I'm wiser. I know by making a commitment, even a commitment to myself, I don't know how many times I've made commitments to myself. Why do you think that I've owned businesses? I made a commitment to myself. There's many times either I didn't make money or I made this much money and my employees made more money than I did. That happened many times. Many times I got into businesses that really didn't pay off. And I was committed to that business. But how long do you stay committed to the business if you can't make money? So I've learned to think ahead. I've learned to prepare. So now when I start into businesses or get into businesses and stuff like that, I know what I'm getting into. When I first started, I didn't know. That's part of the learning process. Why do you think I have gold and silver? Gold and silver. I can start new businesses. Not that I've got gold and silver to do it, but when I can make a determination, is I'm not making money. Is this the time I need to get out, stop my commitment towards this business? Or do I sell some more gold and silver to keep this business afloat? It's not that I need to go borrow more money from friends and family. No, I got gold and silver. So I'm making these choices without having to put my friends and family in a position where do they want to commit money to my dream? And if not, how are they going to say, no, you stupid shit, don't do it, without hurting me, so I don't want to put them in that position. That's why I've got the gold and silver. And so it's funny because when I started making a little bit of money, I would buy a little bit of gold and silver. That's what I tell everybody. So even a business takes a commitment. And I say, I had my wife, she was committed to me and she would commit to the business. When I explained to her what it is, what I want to do, how I plan to do it and all this kind of stuff, she's kind of we have a partnership. So then I have to explain to her and see if it sounds like a workable plan. And then she'd either go along with it or not. And the only time she never went along with it is 06. I thought about preparing, getting everything ready, and I was going to run for president of the United States. And she said no way. So she wouldn't go along with me then. So I didn't do that. Shortly after that, she started getting sick. So maybe she knew about it or something. I don't know. But anyway, some of my priorities at that time, my commitments were to take care of her, not make money. I wasn't worried about making money or doing stuff like that. I stopped going on vacations and doing all my travel and stuff like that. I stayed with her and started taking care of her. That was my commitment. And I was so happy. She never made me make a decision between family and country. I left my country to take care of my wife. Matter of fact, my country said if my wife didn't take medicine, they were going to take her away from me. My country said that to me. So that's about like the child support. The country, if I don't pay child support, we're going to send the country after you. You know what I mean? Our laws, our government's going to come and get you. You know what I mean? The same country that I committed to defending is the same country that has committed itself to come after me for child support, or in my particular case, not giving my wife medicine, the medicine that made her sick in the first place. I refused to, but she got to the point she was totally paralyzed. She couldn't make decisions for herself. So when I started making decisions for her, no more medicine, we're going to start getting you fixed up. And she did, until she started messing with doctors and medicine again, and that's what finished her off. She was committed after she got well enough where she could start thinking for herself. She remembered she was committed to the medical world. So she went back to the medical world. So, in other words, some of our commitments we just can't shake, just like my wife when it comes to medical. And there's people that are committed. Commitment isn't always good. Remember that. Because there's people that are committed to money. And that's what most of the population in the United States is. And I talk about, everybody has set their whole life around money. They have to have money. That's why I've been coming up with ideas on barter, how to learn barter, and gold and silver. So you have things to barter with. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to help people get out of that commitment of the dollar. Get out of the commitment of currency, fake currency. Trying to get people to commit to themselves, take personal responsibility. There's people that are, especially in office, that are committed to their own friends, their own little circle of friends that are all corrupt. They're all greedy and power hungry. They're the ones that they have guns. And you say, well, and they're the same ones that say, well, you don't need guns. And you look around them and they got bodyguards and they all have guns. And these are the people that control the police and military. So in other words, when you don't want to do something, they're going to send the police and military after you. So there is a necessity for guns. It's just, you don't need guns. They're the ones that need the guns. So, now we're back to the commitment to yourself. That's what I say. 3-man militias. You need to start learning how to work with others. Find people. Network with people. Learn skills and abilities. And I'm not talking about running a computer. Learning things. And you need to prepare. And what's this commitment thing about? This whole video is talking about commitment. You got to commit to doing this stuff. Prepare. You have to commit to prepare. And it doesn't cost money. I talk about it's not the money. It's what you learn, what you do, the people you know. So, got the network, guns. You need to have guns. You need to have ammunition. I've already made videos about what kind of guns you need. Even if you don't know how to use them, you still need them. Because when the time comes and you need a gun and you don't have one, you're screwed. Get the guns. Eventually you're going to find the people that can teach you how to use them. Gold and silver. I got videos talking about gold and silver. Just buy a little bit. $20, $50 a month till you start learning and understanding how it works. And then by then you'll figure out how it works. When you see the price is down, then you know to buy it. And but you know what I mean, so there's that. And like I say, learning how not to be greedy, how not to focus your life on money. By now, if you've been watching my videos, you know it's relationships. We need relationships. That's what makes things work. That's why I made the commitment. You need to commit to doing this stuff. Even like yesterday, I went on a social thing. I pretty much figured out I'm not a sociable kind of guy. Like I say, there was like 100 people there. It was, you know, and I don't speak the language, so that made it really, so it's really, but I still make myself do all this stuff. I try to learn something every time I go out. And I'm trying to commit more to myself because I'm understanding. I thought there was a lot of good people like me and my wife, and I'm learning it's not like that. And so I'm trying to learn how to live a life without a committed companion. It's tough, but like I say, it's part of life. Life goes in cycles, and commitment is just one of them. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.